Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Today I'm going to show you how to wrap a present. Now, with obviously Christmas coming up, this is going to be really handy if you're a little bit unsure of wrapping yourself. I'm also going to show you some different types of tape. Now, I normally use one of the big tape dispensers. You can get them from the really cheap shops. Get the normal, just the normal tape, put it on a roll, and I use that. I have a couple on the go when I'm wrapping. If there's a couple of us wrapping, have an extra pair of scissors, so you've got a pair of scissors each, a pen, and whatever tags that you're using. I've bought some different kinds of tape because I want to show you some different tapes that you can use. Now this one is sellotape. It's an on-hand dispenser, so you can actually put it, if you can see that, you can actually put it on your fingers, and so it just makes it easier just to tear it off. Don't even try and battle with a roll of tape, biting it off, putting it on the side of the table, or cutting it with some scissors. You're going to get in a right pickle. Don't even bother. Try it with a dispenser. It's going to be so much easier for you. So there's that one that you could try. We've also got some of this Scotch tape. This is gift wrap tape, and this is, I think this is the, well, this says satin finish. You can get clear ones. You can get some that are a little bit cloudy, but these are the small types. This one is double-sided tape, and this is really good if you don't want any seams, if you don't want to see the tape at all on your presents. We're going to be using that one today. And then I also picked this one up. This is tear by hand. So if you haven't got any scissors, this one, let's just take it out of the packet here. I've never used this before, but I wanted to show you. You should apparently just be able to tear it. Right, so I've got some here. I'm going to pull some off. And apparently you can just tear it. Yep, you can, it works. You don't get a perfect edge, but it does work. So if that's something that you find handy, then you could buy some of that. So Scotch do some really good tapes. As I say, when I'm doing them, I always use the large dispensers. I just find it a lot easier. So wrapping paper, there are so many different types of wrapping paper on the market. You can get some really nice stuff that's got a grid on the back, which helps you to cut and keep it all in line. The thinner stuff is the cheaper stuff, and sometimes, you know, it's really not worth bothering with it because you end up putting your finger through it, or a bit of the present starts poking through. So just bear in mind the quality of the paper. Sometimes you can pick up some really good paper for a good price. Now this set here came from B&M. So it's £4.99. You've got 4 rolls of paper, and in the top here you also get 4 bows and some curling ribbon. Personally, I normally buy the rolls separately. I buy bags of bows, curling ribbon, tags, that sort of thing. I buy it all separately, but I wanted to show you this set so you can see sort of how you can do it with one of these sort of packs. Now, you can also buy boxes, like containers to put rolls of paper in. I know Dunelm have them, they're £10. They're as long as a roll of wallpaper, in fact a little bit longer, so if you've got loads of little rolls knocking about all over the place, you can store them all in, and they're nice and sort of tidy and handy. So that's also worth bearing in mind too. Right, so we're going to wrap this box up. Obviously make sure you take all your prices off before you wrap them. This isn't a present, so I'm not going to bother. I just wanted something just to show you. So to start with, you need to obviously roll your paper out and measure the item that you're wrapping. Now, I'm also going to give you another tip if you've got a piece of paper that's too small, as to what you can do to kind of make it fit. So what I do is, I've taught all my girls to wrap, is you get your present and you want to sort of start by sort of bringing it into the middle of the present, and on the side, depending how big the side part is there, it needs to go just over halfway up the side of the present. You can go that way. What you can do is 9 times out of 10 your present will also fit this way, so you can get more of a roll and you've got less waste. So if you were doing that, you'd go to the side, measure it just over halfway, and again do that on this side just over halfway, and then sort of cut it up the side. Now I would recommend a decent pair of scissors. These are not a decent pair of scissors, but I would recommend a pair of those. And if you're wrapping with a couple of people, make sure everyone's got a tape dispenser, everyone's got their own scissors, and then it saves you sort of fighting, and you always lose pens and stuff as well. Now, I'm going to use this double-sided tape because I want to show you how to do it without seams. Now, you can 100% just use ordinary sticky tape. It doesn't have to be double-sided. This stuff, wanted to give it a go for you guys. So what you do is you get your tape, and if you're using double-sided, you have to stick it on the underside. and you just get your box, line it up in the middle and just put it on and stick it down like that. Then all you need to do is to roll it over and over again. Now, if you've only got kind of this size, what you can do, you've got a couple of ideas here. If you didn't want any seams at all, you could cut it so it's in line with this here. You could crease the edges if you want to, and you could cut it so it just runs along the edge. I don't ever bother with that. Another tip you can do is fold the paper over and then just bring it up and stick it down that way. And if you've got normal tape, you just pop it on and you just put it over like that, and that's really easy. Normally I would probably make sure that the tape finishes around about there, but again, it really doesn't matter. Right, so I've stuck some double-sided tape on there and on that side, and then I'm just going to make sure the present's tight and just fold it up like this. Now we're going to do the sides. The sides are really, really easy. You can do sides in different ways. What you can do is fold in these corners. So you go from one side like this, and then you take that bottom part and you run your finger and you run it so it's down like that, so it's nice and flat. And you do exactly the same thing with the top. And again, you repeat it on the other side and you fold your corners down. Then you need to bring the top part in, and this is where you would stick your tape if you were using double-sided tape. If you were using normal tape, you just fold that up and then you tape along this top part there. Okay, now on this side, I'm going to show you another way to fold them in. You take the top part and you push the top part in, and then you crease the edge there. You do the same thing with this side and crease the edge on that part. Then you fold that corner in and crease the bottom, and then you do exactly the same with that side and crease the bottom, and then you just bring this part up and stick that part down there. Right, so now you've got your basic present all wrapped. Within some of these packs you get the curling ribbon. This is really nice to use. It just adds a little bit of a different touch to it, and I'm going to show you how you can use that now. So you just take apart, I generally pull out more than I think I need and snip some off there. Then you get the middle part and you hold it over the front. When you've held it over the front, you turn that over, and then once you've turned it over, I tend to go to the corner and do a twist. And then once you've done a twist, you then come all the way back and you want to loop it underneath the bottom. Now you can do this so it's not sort of tucked up in the corner. You can do it so it's central. It won't make any difference at all, but it's just to give you the idea. And then once you've done that, I tend to just tie it off into a double knot. So it's like that there. Now you can curl these bits of ribbon. I think they look really cute. And you can add some extra bits of ribbon. So if you've got extra parts there, you can just thread that under the bottom and then just tie it in a knot like that. And then you just curl these bits. And I just think these look really quite cute. Now obviously you can put this corner anywhere. You can put it there if you want. It doesn't matter where it goes. Or if you wanted to do, you can have it smack bang in the middle. It won't matter at all. Now within this pack, I'm just going to grab it off the floor. You get these bows. You can buy these bows everywhere. And they're really, really simple to do. You've just got a little sticky tab at the back. And all you do is you take that off and it reveals a little sticky part that you put on. And all I do, if you've got a tag, tie your tag on before you stick this on. And then you just put your little bow on like that. And there it is, completely done. And I think that looks really, really cute. The ribbon's bent over there, but you can just sort that out before you stick the bow down. So that's a really, really simple, easy way to do it. I'm going to also show you now just a couple of little different ideas for a different look. Right, so I've brought you back here to this stage. And I just want to show you a couple of different things that you can put on them. I've got some cinnamon sticks here, and all I did is put some of this twine around them. And I just think that that looks super cute. You could fasten that onto your present. That would look really, really sweet. We also made one of these picks in the video. You can buy these ready done, or you can just make them up yourself. All it is, you've got a cone here, you've got a bow, you've got some of this garland from Poundland, and you've got some berries. I would cut some of the stem off there, and you can just, again, stick that onto the present. And I just think that looks really, really nice and really special. Also, from one of the bouquets that we used, I cut off some of these sparkly berries. I think they would look really sweet, maybe stuck onto that and then fastened on. So have a look around, because you can make your own little different bits and pieces. You could also make your own sort of homemade tags. You could put those on, something with like a rustic feel as well. Right, now I'm going to give you another tip. Now, if your paper isn't big enough to cover your present in the way that I've just shown you, don't throw this piece of paper away, because all you have to do is turn your present at an angle like that. And then what you need to do is to bring this part up and stick that part down. Now, I'm going to use normal sticky tape for this. And you just stick that down on the top there. And then you take the other side and bring that down, just neatening the corners out. Now, I've swapped over to this handheld dispenser just to see how this works and see whether this is easy to do. You're obviously not wrestling around for the tape dispenser. So what you then do is you do exactly the same thing with your corners, and because you've got a long part here, this will cover any gaps. Now, you can do the fold in and fold it in, or you can bring that part in and fold that down. But what I'm going to do in this occasion is pull this top part in, straighten those sides, fold that in there. And if you've got too much down the bottom here, I would just suggest that you just trim it off, because you don't need it. If you just need to fold that over, you just fold that over there, and then you just stick that down. So you don't obviously have the same corners that you had before, but it's a great way of using bits of wrapping paper that are not quite big enough. And with this one, I'm just going to use one of these pull bows. You can buy these from lots of different shops. These are florist bows. So if you wanted to type that on eBay, that would be great. So you just pull that there and then just tie it off into a double knot so the bow doesn't come undone, because there's nothing to sort of hold it and it will come loose. So you just tie it like that. And what you can do with this is various different things. You could maybe just go at an angle like that, which would look really quite cute. You can kind of go at the top part and then bring the ribbon round, and then you could bring the ribbon down the bottom as well. You know, the list's endless. You can just sort of wrap it round. You could even cut that part off if you didn't want these curly bits, and you could just stick it in the middle there. That would look just as nice in the middle. And then if you wanted to, you could leave these on and just curl these. That would also look really nice. Let me show you how to do that. You just get those and you just curl these with your scissors like that, and it just gives you a nice different look there. So all I would do is maybe get some double-sided sticky tape, stick that in the middle of your present. If you've got a tag, I'd put that on first and then just pop that on the top, and you've got these little curling bits of ribbons as well. So there we go. I hope that's helped. So don't be afraid of wrapping your presents up. Use these simple tips and I'm sure that it will make your life a lot easier. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all okay, and I'll see you again soon. You take care. Bye for now.